Question 2. How effective is the combination of your main product and ancillary texts?
Might not be either way. Jacob! Okay. Well, are you trying to tell the viewer something when designing the poster? So, for the poster, we should have had the poster in front of us, shouldn't we?
We should.
Well, it'll come up here anyway. Around here.
There it is.
And basically, you can see there's like a silhouette of the main character, so we didn't actually want to show to the audience the face of the character, we just wanted it to be quite ambiguous. We wanted it to be quite dark, and we wanted it to be quite creative, so we had like, around here, like cards, which are on strings, which is basically saying that this guy is a puppeteer, well not literal puppeteer, but he's controlling people, and the cards represent all the people that he's controlling. So yeah, that's what we're trying to give an insight on, and you'll be able to see that when you watch the trailer and see how it links together.
Okay. What do you think the titles on the sides are important to establish the magazine style genre? So, the content stuff that I put on the side mainly links to like the genre, crime thriller, and I included like Suicide Squad and what is it called? Comic-Con, Batman and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just so it links to our teaser trailer, which is of a thriller crime genre, and to give the whole like magazine an overall effect of it being mysterious and stuff like that. And I also like researched into the films that are coming out during the time that the film's going to be released as well, and even like the Lexis as well. Like I've put so many like things that link to the film, our film itself, like villain stuff like that.
Yeah, villain issue.
Yeah.
Only villain issue.
Like it
Giving
just
insight into the character makes people think like
oh, it's a new kind of thing.
it's like a different type of villain. Alex.
Oh, it's me.
Yay.
Okay. Why did you choose a specific tagline for your poster? Our poster was "The puppeteer comes to cinema."
The master
right?
puppeteer comes
The master
to cinema.
puppeteer comes to cinema.
Yeah.
So clever.
Yeah. Firstly, we didn't want something too cheesy, but we still wanted a specific type of audience, and we kind of so it's a thriller mixed with crime as a subgenre. So we thought it was gonna be actually catchy if we have a nice, bold tagline, especially if the poster tagline is the same one as on the teaser trailer. And yeah, actually, before we did the poster, we decided tagline already because it was in the teaser trailer. So we thought we wanted to make that link. So I thought it was going to be quite nice and quite professional.
And yeah, it links back to Master Puppeteer, back to the strings, the poster.
And you have all the signs and Master Puppeteer's back to...
And also within the movie, which you can see here, it's basically in the Sin of Sodom area, you see on the string, you actually see the card. So it's kind of like quick link. So when you look at all of them, you're like, oh yeah, they all kind of connect together. And you might not notice it's strings at the start. You might not notice it's strings. You might just think it's lines.
Yes.
But then once you see
The
all three
tagline,
things, all three products, it links together into one.
Yeah, because also the poster, it's kind of like abstract. Like you can't see the actual person, you can't see the proper details of the strings. And when it's the tagline saying the master puppeteer is back to cinema.
Yeah, it comes to cinema.
It comes to cinema. You actually see that, you have that image in your head, and you already can see what's happening. Because it's quite stereotypical if you hear that statement. Okay.
Jacob. Why did you choose the colour scheme within your poster? Okay, so we use black, white, grey and red. So I looked at loads of different posters, for example Django Unchained, and I've got the others. But basically the overall theme is black and white, but then they added this red, and it kind of looks like blood but not really, but it kind of just stands out over everything. As for example, like in the movie, for example, Schindler's List.
Okay.
Everything's black and white, but then you have a scene where there's this girl and she has a red dress, and everything's black and white, but there's one thing that's red dress, and it's this big impact, like from black and white to red. So we did that with the poster. For example, the title, and at the top the tagline. So those things, they're instantly seen. Everything else is like almost in the background, and then those things stand out over the others. So you instantly look at that, you instantly know it's the master puppeteer, you instantly know the film's Verge.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna see the poster on billboards, on the buses,
want them
you're
to
gonna
see that, yeah.
you see grey posters, and
Yeah.
suddenly you're gonna see the movie Verge. You're gonna see the title.
You wanna
and
see
people
it
will be like,
quickly
"Oh my
and you
god!"
wanna
The name
get
will
it
stick
in.
in your mind.
Oh,
Alexandra!
How did your poster develop from your original idea? Well, that's quite funny. Because we had so many original ideas.
Yeah.
We had millions and millions, like around 10 sketches.
Yeah, I did loads of different types of sketches.
Yeah.
Different things, different movies.
And we didn't really go with the storyboard either.
Yeah,
we went
yeah.
away from it in some
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah,
So
because
go on,
because we actually changed our idea when we had the photo shoot, and we did it at the same time with the magazine photo shoot and the poster photo shoot. And we came with a new idea of having actually, instead of showing all the details of the face, the main character can be erased and you can only see the silhouette, so it'll be more mysterious. And also the pose was a bit difficult. It looks simple, but simply because we tried to not show too much, and we decided to make like a head and shoulders shot. So
we not only had loads of sketches, I actually made multiple posters.
Yeah, you did.
So I had one where my arm was up there here next to my
Yes,
face
yes.
with the strings and the cards, and we thought that was quite cool. The teacher liked it, but then I found that I don't know, it just
it didn't feel right.
It didn't feel right. Like I looked at loads of different
Isn't it-
creative posters.
Or
Yeah.
we remember that first, it didn't really link to the style of the teaser trailer, so
Yeah,
it
it's
was
quite open.
changed.
Like throughout the teaser trailer, we never show his face. It's always
Yeah.
like you see his feet walk
The
across.
mysteriousness
You see the
and
back of him when he's smoking. You don't see him. That's part of his character. He's quite unknown.
Yes.
He's behind the scenes. He's like the director of his show.
Oh,
Meenas!
Meenas!
Which is the most important part in Greenlit's magazine?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for the Greenlit title, I chose to show the top of the cards. So each of the sins, so sin of Sodom, homicide ones, just so it doesn't give a lot away because we don't want to show a lot. That's our main aim. Next.
Meenas again!
Meenas again. Shall we give a
Poster.
Give her a poster
a
one.
poster question?
What did you like most about your poster and why? Jacob did the poster, but for me as the audience, say I was the audience, I loved the poster because it's so simplistic and so bold in your face, yet it doesn't give anything away. It just gives a few hints to what actually is the film about. So I like the cards and how Verge was on lettered on each card.
Like the silhouette of the card, and then each card had the same amount of letters as Verge.
5 cards and 5 letters.
So if
We had to think really carefully
what we
about
wanted the title
the
to
name.
be.
Yeah. I remember talking about our favorite thing in the poster.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was on purpose, but the title is Verge, and one of the main sins is actually with a 5, a Roman letter.
Yeah.
And it's Verge, it starts with V. And then we have the V as a 5.
So me, I'm the
And
last sin.
That's him.
I'm the 5th sin, so V, Roman
Yeah,
numeral
and it
V,
links
Verge,
Verge,
links
yeah.
together.
So it was really in depth, understanding. We had to link everything together, just how the character is.
Okay. Shall we go with the magazine question
Magazine.
again?
Go ahead.
Okay. Which famous magazine inspired you the most? This must be the Inception.
It was Inception.
Yeah, and
Inception magazine up here.
It was Total Film.
Total Film was the actual title of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's quite famous one. It has
It's
loads
really
of fires.
famous.
Yeah. Because also we used loads of time Inception as our inspiration for the pace, editing, and some of the lighting.
Yeah, I used it as an inspiration for the titles. So in Inception for their poster, they used their tagline, but they also used that when they did the teaser trailer. So we kind of took inspiration
Yes,
from
because we
that.
never did a teaser trailer before, so we wanted something quite professional, and the order, we can't just go and make a teaser trailer without having a structure in mind, which makes sense.
I thought
And
it just linked everything together in one package.
Exactly. And another thing was, the reason why I chose that was it was so similar to R1. It had the name of the magazine cover. It had something to do with what was in the actual film.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So
The title of the
It had,
magazine cover, it
cities.
had cities,
yeah,
cityscape.
silhouettes and
But
stuff.
instead we used the cards.
So that's what we did.
Yeah.
to make it more interesting, so the viewers can actually go, oh look.
My turn.
Yes.
Does your poster match your chosen genre? For the poster, it matches the thriller genre because of how suspenseful it leaves you. So it doesn't give a lot away, so it leaves you wanting to see it. It thrills the audience by not knowing what it is.
Yeah.
It just makes you curious about it. So the colours of the poster, which Jacob decided was black, white, grey and red.
Yeah.
So they're mainly like colours that connote tension, danger, darkness, evil. So it just falls into that thriller category.
It's like a crime thriller. So the blood, the red kind of like connotes blood, and the blood
Also, you know what
shows as
reminds me?
murders.
Your poster reminds me of a murder case. You know why? Because like the detectives, they have the
yes,
files,
it does.
and before you actually find the criminal, they just have
yeah.
a profile.
And then like a
Like
question
a
mark.
receipt.
And
Yeah.
we did actually we filmed that stuff as well, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, on the wall.
Behind the Blood of Abel
Yeah.
character,
Yeah.
which shows like the images of like victims. Let's go.
Jacob, first
It's your
question.
turn, okay.
How did you make all three products linked together as one package? So
Buses.
you got the poster. You had, as we said, the mystery. We have the strings with the cards. The cards. There's a giant symbol that links straight to the teaser trailer where he's laying them down.
All right.
We also have the numbers, the Roman numerals, which is also in the poster. So you know they're them.
Also the tagline.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but I was still talking about that. Like, we also added, for example, in the Sin of Sodom bit in his car, it was the string was hanging.
Yeah.
That's like links to that. Okay, and how it links to the magazine. He has a suit on. He's standing like in a nice posture. In the trailer, we show the camera going around, and we see parts of his suit. We see his lovely shoes.
You also see his badge as well.
Yeah, you see the badge as well. We also have the tagline. So we had the Master Puppeteer comes to cinema. That instantly links to the trailer, where we had the titles coming up saying the Master Puppeteer. Then we showed loads of shots within that, like continuously. Then it goes comes to cinema. So we split them to like build suspense, like the Inception trailer we saw.
Does the poster and the magazine allow the audience to relate it to the overall media product? Well, yes. Even though they might seem different, like the magazine from the poster, they still have specific props that strongly link each other, like the cards.
Yeah.
The poster, you clearly see the cards hanging on the strings, and also on the magazine you see them being labelled while he's holding them. Yeah, I remember that we did different trials. Like, we had an interview for the audience before we made the movie, the teaser trailer, and we had another feedback after we finished the poster, magazine and the teaser trailer, and they said that they really feel pumped up when they see both of them, and they say that overall they can see that it's a full package. There's like a slight difference because it has to be, you don't want that product to be too repetitive.
Yeah.
It links clearly.
Yes.
Yeah.
With the cards, the silhouette, then the
But you still
full
have
image.
those specific props.
Yeah.
And
Props are the cards.
yeah.
That are really obvious.
Yes. I think that's really important in movies. Like, you have that thing that
Yeah,
you can
one specific
recognize the
thing.
movie. In our case, it's like the card with the V on top.
Yeah.